Hey guys, Tara here from Recovering Book Hoarder, and today is a little chat and catch up to bring my week to an end. So I have quite a bit to update you on. In this video, I'm going to do some life updates and then some reading updates. I have read a lot this week, and then some what I'm creating updates. Okay, so let's start with life updates. I will go ahead and put timestamps down at the bottom, so if you're not interested in one thing, you can just kind of skip over to the other. So let's see. Okay, last time I talked to you guys, I was getting ready to go to a cocktail party to kind of do day 2 of celebrating my cousin Marissa's wedding, and that went very well. It was absolutely beautiful. Got to visit with all kinds of family from out of town, so that was super nice. And then on Sunday we had the wedding, and it was a huge, big, fat Greek wedding. It was, I can't even, there are no words to describe what this wedding is like. So there was about 450 people there. I mean, it was huge. And it was in the Greek Orthodox Church, so it's a whole Greek ceremony. So it was my cousin Marissa that got married. My niece Ava was flower girl in the wedding. And then Cassidy was like a special attendant, and she pulled the creche down the aisle and handed out programs and stuff. So that, and then the actual reception was at a hotel that's connected to the Pittsburgh International Airport. And it was just beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. They had a photo booth that was like really cool. It's this digital photo booth. So after you took your picture, you put in like your phone number, your email address or whatever, and then it just sent you the photos. There was like nothing to print out. So here are some pictures of my husband and I, and then of my friend Valerie and I, because I'm going to talk about Valerie in a little bit. So Valerie was there, and I hadn't seen her in forever, and so it was really nice to catch up with her. So the wedding was wonderful. Then Monday, 4th of July, I've been on vacation all this week, staycation, I should say. And that's been really nice. I started a new medication, and that's made me pretty tired. So I flip-flop from taking it in the morning to the evening, and that's helped. I'm still tired when I wake up, but the day kind of gets better as it goes. Cassidy and I went to one of the like higher end malls in our area. She really likes bubble tea, boba tea, the stuff that has like the tapioca pearls in it. And there's only one place around us that sells it. And so it's about 45 minutes away. So it's every now and then that we go. So we went up there, went to the Cheesecake Factory for lunch, and very underwhelming. It was my first time there. It took us like an hour to get our food. And she had a hamburger, I had a salad. It should not have taken an hour. And it was not all that great. So it was kind of a disappointment. But we had fun walking around the mall and that kind of thing. So that was Wednesday. And then Thursday just kind of hung out at home, started a puzzle, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. Been watching some more of The Crown. I'm about to start episode 3 of season 4. And so far I am liking season 4 better than I liked season 3. And let's see what else. My dad retired. So July 2nd was his official retirement date. So it was like his Independence Day. So my brother and sister-in-law and my husband and Cassidy and I took them out to dinner yesterday, which was Friday, to celebrate his retirement at this really, really good restaurant called Ditka's around here, and it was just such a nice time. I also did get to visit with my cousin Nicole, which I told you guys last time I wanted to do, who is here visiting at my grandfather's. So that was nice also. So that's kind of like my week wrapped up. My first week of vacation just went so fast. It always goes so fast. Why does vacation go so fast? Anyway. Okay. So that's my life wrap up. tonight I'm actually going to go see Valerie again. We are going to go hang out in her hot tub in her backyard. So I also had to buy a bathing suit whenever Cassidy and I went to Ross Park Mall because most of you probably don't know this, but I lost like 75 pounds, and so none of my bathing suits fit. And so I got a bathing suit so I can go in her hot tub tonight. And you know, they're all like 50% off right now. So I'm looking forward to that because it's actually not super hot in Pittsburgh today. The high is supposed to be in the 70s. So it should be a perfect night to go in the hot tub. All right. That's my life update. All right, let's talk about reading. I have read a lot in the last week. You know, it helps when you're on vacation. And when I'm doing my creating, I'm also listening to books. So physically read 3 books and like completed 3 books and then listened to 2. Now I'm in the middle of some others. And so, okay, let's just, my main book that I was working on, which is East of Eden by John Steinbeck. I had told you guys my goal is to read 5 chapters each day in this because it's gigantic. It's 55 chapters and 778 pages. So I have achieved my goal each day, and I am currently on chapter 41. So today I will read chapters 41 through 45, and I should be able to tell you all about this next week. I am very much enjoying it. If you are a fan of Gone with the Wind or The Thornbirds, you will enjoy this book. This is like one of those, it's an epic, an absolute epic. And it has one of my most, who I can tell you is one of the vilest characters I've ever read, ever in here. Her name is Kathy, and in some, Kathy/Kate. And she's just absolutely horrid. She's horrid. But I'm really enjoying that. Okay, so in the middle of reading that, the books that I finished this week. So I finished up Cold Case Christianity by J. Warner Wallace, and this was a 5-star prediction. I was pretty close. This ended up being 4 stars, and it is really it's a really interesting concept in how they do it. So it is a homicide detective who works cold cases. He was an atheist, and he wanted to examine the Gospels in the same way that you would examine a cold case and see if he could prove that the Gospels are truth. And so he walks you through all the things you do whenever you're looking at a cold case, how juries are instructed to listen to evidence and deconstruct evidence and things like that. And he, based on his findings, did become a Christian, and it is really good. I'm going to be passing this along to my dad to read after I do my wrap up at the end of the month, because he really enjoys like apologetics and things too. So that was very good. 4 stars. Okay. I actually listened to 3 books. So I listened to The Natty Professor by Tim Gunn, and this was actually a reread for me. First time listening to it though, and Tim Gunn does the narration, and I just adore him so much. And in this book, he really talks about what it means to be a good teacher, what makes a teacher good and what makes teachers not good, and how to be a mentor and things like that. And I adore him. I always say I want him to be my best friend. He's just so wonderful, and it was still a 5-star read. Okay, then I listened to Ace of Spades by Farida Abike Ayamade, and this was a 3-star read for me. Now, in all fairness, I am not the intended audience for this book. She very clearly says at the beginning, for all the Black kids drowning in the sunken place, desperately trying to claw their way out, this book is for you. So I am not the intended audience. This was a mixed bag for me. Kind of kept me on the edge of my seat. I was really interested in the plot. I did not love the characters. And this is one of those books where every white person is a villain. Like, there is just no, you cannot trust white people at all. They are just out to get you. They will turn on you at every turn. And I don't like that. So, that bothered me. But like I said, I'm not the intended audience for this. It was a 3-star read. It was good. I just didn't like the fact that it's like, all whites are villains. And, like I said, I didn't really love the characters either. So that's where I fell on that. And then I also listened to The Ancestor by Danielle Trussoni. And this was actually the first of my BookTube spin picks. And this was kind of a mixed bag also. This was also 3 stars. It was very atmospheric, which I like. There's a really cool castle in here, which I like that too. It was not what I expected, and there's like some cryptozoology kind of things in here. I wasn't even sure how to classify this. Ultimately, I settled on Gothic, but whenever I look at Goodreads, it also has horror. I really don't see the horror. It has horror, mystery, thriller. It is kind of a mystery. I don't know. I'm just kind of mixed on it. It was entertaining. I wanted to finish it. I listened to it in like 2 days. But still, 3 stars. All right, then the last one that I finished up this week is Survive the Night by Riley Sager. And I wound up giving this 4 stars. I really, really enjoy Riley Sager. There was like 2, oh my, what? Moments whenever I was reading this. And it would have been 5 stars if it hadn't ended so cleanly, I think, is where I'm falling on that. So yeah, like I enjoyed it. Riley Sager is just so much fun. And, yeah, but of course the characters made some questionable decisions in here. But it was still fun. And there was definitely some surprise things that I did not see coming, which is always a plus, because it takes a lot for that to happen for me anymore. All right, so those are the things I finished up. I have started One Perfect Word by Debbie McComber, and this is a Christian nonfiction. She focuses on a different word every year, and this is kind of her going through and explaining what that process looks like, how it's changed her life, that kind of thing. And then I have also started People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry, and I'm only 2 chapters into this, and so far it's fine. So that's what I'm reading, and I'll probably start some other stuff this week also. All right, so that is my book catch up. Like I said, I had read quite a bit. So, all right, let me put these aside, and we'll move into what I am creating. Okay, so the things I am creating. First, like I said, I started my puzzle. So here is what the puzzle looks like when it's completed. It's the Alice in Wonderland puzzle. And here is where I am on the puzzle. So I have gotten some of it done. It's pretty hard. The sky wasn't bad. That came pretty easy, but then there's a lot of like colors and plants and stuff into the areas I'm moving into now. So that's where I'm at on that. I really like this brand. I like the pieces, and that's really big for me. Whether or not the pieces go together really well. I like a thicker puzzle piece, and yeah, so I do like the brand. All right, so that's my puzzle. Let's look at my crochet. So I told you guys last week that I had restarted on a blanket for my cousin for the 3rd time, and it is going so much better this time, I have to say. So I'm not watching TV. Instead, I'm listening 2 books, and that's working out much better because it's not taking my focus away. I did do a change up on the pattern from what I told you guys last week. So, all right, this is where I'm at now. So I think, whoops, that's the bottom. When we talked last week, I had just started this color here. I was 1 row into here. So I got all of this done this week, which is quite a bit. And this is in half right here, so it's double this size. So I made a couple changes to the pattern. I initially was going to do this color, then gray, then that color again, and then start over, but I ended up liking this better. So I did that. And then here I had said it was a single, double for 10 and 10. Well, it ended up being 11 single and 10 double. So I will put the pattern for this down in the description. It's my own pattern and I like it a lot, and it's coming along perfectly. Like, look, the edges match up this time, which was the problem last time. It just kind of went up and just got thinner as it went. So I'm really, really happy with how this is going. Hopefully that continues, and I'll have a lot more progress to show you guys next week. I do have VBS this week at church that I'm volunteering for. That's 3 days, so I won't have as much time to work on things this week, but I should still be okay. Okay, that's my crochet, and then I did get started my cross stitch. Now, I should say, so I had gotten away from cross stitching like for several years. I loved cross stitching. The only reason I had stopped was because it was so expensive to frame things, and that bothered me so much. So I had gotten away from it. Well, and then, you know, I had a baby and things like that. Baby, she's 12 now, so that's how long it's been. You know, whenever you have a baby, you just don't have time to do things. So, you know, over at Rainy Day Reads, really started to enable me. And then, I started watching, X Stitch MD, and I like totally binged through all of her stuff. And I'm like, I need to start cross stitching again. So, I had gone on to Etsy, and I, you know, favorited a whole bunch of patterns on there that I liked. And then, there was a sale, and so I bought, I don't know, like 12 patterns, I think, and then decided on 4 that I was going to go ahead and kit up to start. Since it's Christmas in July, I decided to focus on Christmas one. So I had to get everything from scratch again. I mean, I had no floss. I had even, like, the thing that I used to keep my patterns, like, so I really like, so this is a new one I had to buy because I had gotten rid of the other one. I had this magnetic board, and it had this magnet, and then for your pattern, you just kind of keeps you on your, whichever row you're on. I had even gotten rid of that. So I had to literally buy everything again. So I got this on Amazon. It's actually called like the Knit Keeper. I think is what it was called, and it's meant to hold your knitting supplies, but it's exactly what I needed. So I got that. I had to buy all new hoops and scrolls and just everything. I had to buy everything. So I had to go ahead and, so I kitted up these Santa Clauses. So here's all the colors. This is my floss. I had the cardstock. This was not my idea. I saw this over on X Stitch MD. I'd always done the spools, but I really liked this, and it does make it easier. So I just got this, you know, thingy, puncher, this whole puncher, to do these. And then I just had these cardstock tags already, write the number, and yeah, it works out real nice. So that's how I'm doing my floss. Got these off of Amazon too in a pack. So those are my floss for this project. So this week I am working on this guy here, This Santa is the one I'm working on. And this is what I have gotten done. Oh, hopefully you can see that okay. I've not tried this before. So I got his feet done and I'm working on his beard currently. And I am having a lot of fun. I had really missed it. You know, you like don't realize how much you miss doing something that you love doing until you start doing it again. So that's where I'm at with my little Santa Claus. And the intent is to turn these 4 guys into ornaments for my administrative staff at my job for Christmas. So that's where I'm at with my cross stitch. That's the only thing I started this week, cross stitch wise. And I'm liking it. It is on 14 count Aida. It's like an ecru color. And it's so thick I couldn't get it onto a hoop. Like I tried several different hoops and the fabric is just so thick I couldn't get it on there, so I have to do it in the scroll. Even though it's so small, it would just work out better in a hoop, but whatever. It is what it is. So that's where I'm at with my cross stitch. So yeah, I think that's it. I didn't get to any coloring this week, which I wanted to do, but you know, time is not always your friend. So that's it. That's where I'm at this week. What'd you guys do this week? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear. Where are you reading? What are you making? Talk to me. Let's talk. All right. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like button. If you would like to see more from me, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you want to find me other places on the interwebs, everywhere you can find me is down in the description box. And I will catch up with you guys next Sunday. Bye.